In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 3 tips on how to get out of your head and be productive. Hi everyone, my name is Philip Dada Jr. I'm a fashion founder of a luxury menswear tailoring company, and we dress high-performing footballers, entertainers, and entrepreneurs, the likes of Ian Wright and Eddie Caddy. We all want to be productive, right? We are on this journey of pursuing our purpose, the goals that we have in our mind, and the plan of God for our lives. And it's important that we realize that some of the things that can hold us back are literally just our head, literally how we think, how we see things. And so it's important to be equipped with how to get out of your head and be productive. The first thing you want to do is break your tasks or your goals into smaller, actionable steps. Break your tasks into smaller goals and actionable steps. We see that in the life of David. David killed Goliath at some point. But however, when we look back at his journey, David was taking care of sheep. Then he killed a lion. Then he killed a bear before he killed Goliath. And that is showing us the principle of how we need to break down the big things we want to achieve into smaller actionable steps that can take us forward. So if you're not even dealing with animals, David, you're not going to get the exposure to kill a lion that's going to make you great, or kill a bear that's going to make you greater, or Goliath that's going to make you the greatest. So we need to understand, you need to apply the same principle to your business, your career. If you're looking for a job, start by planning. Right, how many applications do you want to make? Where do you want to work, and how are you going to get there? And then you choose what day of the week you're going to do that, and then you start doing everything bit by bit, and then you find that you are actually achieving the goal of getting a job. If you're trying to start a business, start with the little tasks like, okay, who do I need to serve? What is my product? How do I get it? Before you start thinking about shares, stocks, like maybe that's too high for you at the moment. You just need to learn, okay, what is my product? Let me find my product. What is the primary idea that I have in my mind, and how do I get there? So you see that when you start breaking everything into smaller actionable steps, you find that you have the bravery, sometimes the confidence to go in and do what you're trying to do. The simple thing that we need to learn is from how we used to prepare to go to primary school and nursery from before, and how our parents would do it. What they would do is prepare our clothes a night before, plan with what homework needs to be done, where our bag needs to be, what food we're taking. All of that pre-planning made taking you to school the next day easier. So it's the same principle. When you pre-plan, you break tomorrow's big steps into today's small steps. You find that you have the ability to pursue the goal that you're after. The second thing is you need to take imperfect action. We need to understand that perfectionism is a scam. Like, there's nobody that is perfect except Jesus Christ, right? There's no one who can get even as perfect as he is except him himself being put in us. So we know that perfectionism for us humans is a scam. So how do we deal with this? How do we ensure that we're achieving at a high level, but yet still being very realistic with how we're approaching things? What we need to do is understand the principle of taking imperfect action. Progress over perfectionism. That's always my mindset. It's always progress over perfectionism. Listen, the joy of progress is better than the stress of no progress. The joy of progress is better than the stress of no progress. There is a satisfaction you get when you're taking your steps day by day, when you're moving closer to the goal. There's a mindset that is building in you, and you find that your little efforts are compounding every day, every month, every quarter, and it's taking you closer to the goal you're trying to achieve, and it's taking you closer to the type of person you're trying to be. Let's say, for example, you're trying to build the habit of going to the gym. For you to do that, you're gonna have to choose, okay, if I wanna go gym 7 days a week, that's not realistic for me right now because I'm not used to it. Maybe break it into 2 days a week or 3 days a week. And then on those days, you make sure that you actually go. And at the beginning, you might not like it, you might feel annoyed that you're doing it, but what is happening is you're building a compounding mindset on that habit, or you're building a sense of confidence in that, and you're able to achieve the goal over time. When we see Peter was the only apostle that walked on water, And he did that in a very unique way because Jesus called him. He asked Jesus, if it's you, then bid me to come closer. And Jesus called him. And whilst he was walking on water, he got distracted and fell. But we see that he actually walked on water. He's the only apostle to experience that. He took little steps, and with the help of the Lord, he was able to get closer to the goal of actually walking on water like Jesus did. So his goal was walking on water, and he actually achieved it by little steps. It's the same thing for you with your business, with the career you're pursuing. Realize that little steps are actually getting you there. You're not gonna arrive at the top from day one. Those little steps are helping you understand the principle. So take imperfect action. Last thing is set deadlines. This is your third action. You have to set deadlines. Think about this. Anything that has no date is not yet alive. See, you and I, we have a birthday. There was a day we were born. And we have a day we're going to die. The in-between is our life. Any goal that has no birthday and death day is not alive. So you have to have deadlines for every goal that you're pursuing. Even if it's a prophetic word you received, or it's an idea that has come to your mind, or it's some sort of innovation you want to go into, it has to have a birthday, right, and a death date. So you have to set that and pursue it accordingly. So one of the things that helps me is I set deadlines for everything. We've got a collection, there's a deadline. We've got a client I'm trying to pursue, there's a deadline. And it has to be that way because I have the consciousness that the only way this is truly alive is if it has a birthday and a death day. So you need to prioritize tasks in between that. So what do I need to do to get this thing done before its death day? And that's how you pursue the goal. So if you're trying to even grow in content creation, if you're trying to grow on your social media, it's the same principle. And even for me, like I've put the YouTube I'm doing right now to 1 video a week, but I know it's compounding. I'm taking imperfect action. There's going to become a time where I'm going to be doing videos every other day or even every day. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you tune in next week, Monday, for my next video. And make sure you watch my video on how to not be a mediocre Christian. There's some very powerful principles there that would help establish you. I'll see you soon. Conquer everything.